Well, welcome to another session of Insider Secrets. Today, we're going to talk about standards. And I believe in the real estate industry, especially in the multifamily space, you want to have all kinds of standards. But today, we're specifically going to zone in on your standards for your potential tenants, who you're going to rent to. First thing I want to look at is their net income. So when we look at net income, I want to see that they have 3 times the amount of income that the rent is. So let's say that the rent is $3,600 a month. Well, we want to make sure that their income, I'm sorry, let me back up for a minute. Let's say that the rent is $1,200 a month. So let's make sure now that their income is $3,600 a month. They should be able to handle that $1,200 a month rent by then. And now let's talk about their stability, their income stability. How long have they been at their job? 6 months, 12 months? You'll find this out when you talk to their employer. What are their assets like? Do they have savings? Do they have a checking account? How about a credit card? Do they have a credit at all? A FICO score. When I look at a FICO score and I pull those credit reports, I want to see a FICO score of about 602. I want to make sure that they have established credit. If not, they're probably not really going to be the most qualified tenant. And are they punctual on paying their bills? You see, when you pull a credit report and you look at that, it's going to tell you about late payments. It's going to tell you whether or not they have punctuality about paying those bills. Can you talk to their former landlord? How about their current landlord? One thing I always like to do is ask the landlord about them as a reference. You know, are they clean? Are they neat? Are they orderly? Were they respectful? And then personal references. I always try to get 3 personal references from people, right? But I don't stop there. I try to go 2 to 3 deep. So I want to ask Mr. Jones about John and Sally, and I want to ask who else Mr. Jones knows about who else would know John and Sally. Now that way I can call somebody unexpectedly that John and Sally don't know I'm calling and get a more candid conversation with them. Do they smoke? Are they, do you want to allow that in your building? Do they have pets? Do you want to allow those in your building? Do you have standards around those things? These are all things that you want to think about and think through. How about, a criminal addendum? Do you live in a village that requires you to have a landlord license and you have to have a criminal addendum filled out as part of your lease? How long is the lease? Is it a 12-month lease? Is it a month-to-month lease? That makes a big difference. And how about when you pull the credit reports and the background checks? Make sure that they're national reports. Make sure that you get a good look because they're going to tell you about evictions. They're going to tell you about late payments. They're going to tell you about their behavior. If you read between the lines, you'll be able to read some of those things in there and see exactly what the credit report and the background check is saying about them. And again, I just really urge that you use a good credit background company and that you do a national report. That gives you a good advantage of what somebody's really like. So I want to thank you for being here today, and we look forward to talking to you again on your next session, on the next session of Insider Secrets.